Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to Lubavitch Chabad of Skokie for the CTEEN Gala dinner. We're glad to welcome the honorees, all the teens who are here tonight at tables 1 and 3. Welcome. We're glad to welcome honoree Molly Jakovsky and all of her family and friends. We're glad to welcome honoree Maya Sepiashvili and all of her family and friends. Thank you, Rabbi Chaim and Rachel Telsner, for your enormous efforts to bring us here tonight for this festive occasion. We welcome Rabbi Chaim's brother and sister-in-law and aunt who are here from out of town. Welcome to all donors and friends. Thank you for your support. We are blessed to be surrounded by a group of beautiful, wonderful, kind, respectful, holy Jewish teenagers. Our world needs more kids like these. We're here tonight because the mission of Skokie CTEEN isn't just to provide a Jewish youth organization. Our goal here tonight is to foster a movement by honoring Maya and Molly and all these great teenagers here and by bringing attention to them. Our plan is to inspire more teens to copy them. Our goal is to create a movement of many Mollys and many Mayas, and their amazing awesomeness will spread and make this world ready for Mashiach. At this point, I'd like to call upon our Rabbi, Rav Avi Moiri, and Rabbi Posner to share words of greeting.
Welcome. We're glad that you're here to join us at this special event. In the interests of time, efficiency, and because I care so much about all of you, I will end my remarks here. I have given all my witty and inspirational observations to the other speakers who will follow. If they flub their lines, the buck stops here. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Have lots of nachas for the great things done by Maya, Mali, Chaim, Rachel, CTEENs, and Chabad.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of Rabbi Meir Moskowitz of Lubavitch Chabad of Illinois, Rabbi Baruch Hertz of Congregation B'nai Ruvain, Rabbi Menachem Chavatitsky of the Chabad Israeli Center, our very own dear Rabbi Reitzis, and Rabbi Hamali. Daniel, a 5-year-old boy, was sitting in class one day working on a beautiful masterpiece. As he slowly and carefully worked on this, putting down velvet and ribbons and every beautiful supply he can find around him, he makes this magnificent masterpiece. And he wants to show it to his teacher. So very carefully, he takes his masterpiece and he lifts it up to show it to his teacher. And all the pieces that he just worked so hard fell down onto his desk because he forgot to put the glue. Our board at CTEEN, they're the glue to our CTEEN. I would like to call up Meira Superstein to represent our board tonight and accept the gift of our appreciation. Meira Superstein Fran Slovin, Molly Jakubski, and Maya Sepashvili did an incredible job with our CTEEN board this year. Thank you guys so much. A really cute chicken and a fish were hanging out. They were really good friends. And one morning, the chicken looks at the fish and says, "Hey, look across the street. That restaurant's having a breakfast special on their eggs and lox. Let's go have some." And so the fish looks at the chicken and says, "You know, I just can't do it." And he says, "Oh, come on, let's go, we'll go together." And he says, "You go, I'm gonna pass this time." And he says, "Come on, why? What's the deal?" And he looks at him, and the fish looks at the chicken, and he says, "For you, it's a contribution. For me, it's a commitment." Maya Sepashvili gave a big contribution to CTEEN this year as being on our board. But not only was it a contribution, she made a huge commitment. Sunday mornings, while all her friends were sleeping in, going shopping, doing all kinds of stuff, Maya Sepashvili came here to Skokie Chabad Hebrew School and helped out in our class for children with special needs, enabling them to have a proper Jewish education. And so Maya, as a real leader with true leadership qualities, gave her contribution and her commitment. Maya, please come on up. This pushka, in the shape of the Beis HaMikdash, while Maya is doing her part in bringing Mashiach, says on it, "Presented to Maya Sepashvili's CTEEN Leadership Award, Skokie CTEEN 2015.
Before I get started with my speech, I just want to say thank you all for coming here tonight. It really means a lot to me and the rest of CTEEN that you all took time out of your busy schedules to come down and eat dinner with us and help honor Molly and I. When trying to figure out how to start this speech, I did what my English teacher always told me to do. Started off with a quote. I began my Google search. Quotes about inspiration, quotes about community, and quotes about belonging. After about 30 minutes of searching, I had no luck. I couldn't find anything that really portrayed the true essence and meaning of what it is to be a part of CTEEN. So I decided to come up with my own. The world is a big place, a place that is hard to change. But once a group of motivated, inspired, thoughtful individuals come together, anything can happen. That is what CTEEN is to me. An organization of motivated, thoughtful, and inspired Jewish teenagers that want to change the world through learning and giving back to the community. It was freshman year when I was lucky enough to encounter Rachel Telsner one Shabbos day at Chabad that I became a part of such an amazing organization. At the beginning, I didn't really understand what this group was and what the point and what it was all about. Little did I know the impact it would have on my life. It was sophomore year when CTEEN really grew into a priority. For 2 hours every Monday, rain, shine, or in Chicago's case, snow, it was a way for me to take a break from my busy schedule of school and homework and just hang out with friends and learn about Judaism. Not to mention, the food was also a plus. I love the environment of CTEEN and the energy that Rabbi Chaim and Rachel brought to the group through ideas and conversations that I could easily relate to. It was that spring when my involvement in Chabad and CTEEN completely transformed. I was asked if I could come in one Sunday to volunteer with an innovative and unique program with differentiated instruction that makes Judaism accessible to all. I met the funniest and most dynamic group of kids that were filled with energy and enthusiasm. After the first day, I knew I wanted to be a part of this amazing program. Now I look forward to Sunday mornings where I can work with such remarkable kids that never fail to make me smile. From building castles and space shuttles out of Legos and the most intense game of musical chairs, to creating books about different brachas and what it means to be Jewish, there's always a perfect balance of fun and learning. I am very fortunate to be able to work with and learn from two amazing teachers like Mora Shana and Emma. A month later, I became an official member of the CTEEN board. However, it wasn't just Skokie anymore. This was larger than my community. It was the entire world. I learned about over 200 leaders across the globe that had the same passion and commitment to CTEEN that I had. But what does it even mean to be a CTEEN leader? What does it mean to be a leader at all? Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all definition of what it means to be a leader. To me, leadership is about enduring quality character. Popularity is temporary and change is unpredictable. The only true constant in life is character. Leaders exist to protect the values and beliefs as well as drive positive results for all. The true principle of leadership is choosing service over self-interest. The new role I achieved came with responsibility. The main one being to inspire others. Being in high school, one of the most important rules to follow is to stay true to who you are and what you believe. I started getting people at my school familiar with what CTEEN is, and they slowly started coming to events. A group of 4 or 5 people suddenly turned into 10. As a leader, it is so rewarding to see CTEEN grow. As a result of being recognized as a leader, I have been able to meet such fascinating and interesting people from all over the globe and have been given such amazing opportunities from colleges to traveling the world. Besides helping my future, my leadership role in CTEEN has transformed who I am as an individual and, more importantly, a young Jewish girl. I have learned so much about what it means to be Jewish in today's society. Being a leader is something I hold dear to my heart, and it is something I believe every person holds the potential to be. The youth of today is going to change the world. I can guarantee that. We have the technology, the ideas, and the tools to creating a better world. It's about the extra push we give them that molds them into leaders. The more leaders there are in the world, the more the world is influenced. As the Talmud states, one man's candle is light for many, and that is what being a Jewish leader is all about. Thank you.
An American boy at the age of bar mitzvah went to have an audience with the Lubavitcher Rebbe. While he was sitting there, the Lubavitcher Rebbe blessed him with good health, happiness, etc. The boy got up to leave, and the Rebbe stopped him and asked him a question which really surprised him. He said, "Are you a baseball fan?" The boy replied that he was. So the Rebbe said, "Are you a fan of the Yankees or the Dodgers?" "The Dodgers," replied the boy. "Does your father have the same feelings for you? Does your father have the same feelings for the Dodgers as you have?" "No." "Does he take you to games?" "Well, every once in a while, my father takes me to a game. We were at a game a month ago." "How was the game?" "It was disappointing," the 13-year-old confessed. "By the 6th inning, the Dodgers were losing 9-2, so we decided to leave." "Did the players also leave when you left?" "Rabbi, the players can't leave in the middle of the game." "Why not?" asked the Rebbe. "Explain to me how it works." "There are players and fans," the baseball fan explained. "The fans can leave when they like. They're not part of the game, and the game could and does continue after they leave. But the players need to stay and try to win until the game is over." Molly, thank you for being a player and not just a fan. 4 years ago, when Molly entered high school and started coming to the CTEEN programs, there were at most 4 kids at a program. And Molly continued coming, even though there were only 4 kids at a program. And she stuck it out, and she was able to watch and help CTEEN grow to what it is today. Thank you, Molly, for being such an amazing leader and helping us all these years. Please come up. presented Tamale Jakowski CTEEN Pioneer Award, Skokie CTEEN 2015.
So, it really all began with a stranger who became my neighbor, Rebbitzin, and really a second mother. She even named me, Mushki. I met Rachel the summer of 8th grade. One of my close friends had told me that a Rebbitzin was beginning a program and wanted to invite us out for dinner to introduce it to us. I was a bit hesitant because I didn't usually go out to dinner with adults or Rebbitzins, but when Rachel Facebook messaged me to make sure that I was coming, I couldn't say no. At the restaurant, I was both surprised and confused. Rachel was so young. She began to tell us about a program that she was beginning in Skokie and handed me and my friends the flyers so we would remember the dates. After dinner that evening, I was mesmerized. Rachel gave off an aura of such kindness and genuity, and it's because of her that I developed a love for Chabad. I came home and immediately told my mom about Rachel. I said, she's a mom, but like she's super cool. She's literally a teenager. Now that I look back on that, it all remains true, but Mom, I love you and don't worry, you're young and amazing as well. I began going to programs Rachel held, which began at the room just next door to this one. The room held 2 beanbag chairs, many folding chairs, but not much else. And the games we played often revolved around those chairs. So who knew that that room would mean so much more in years to come? It grew to be a place of tables, a place of discussion, Jewish learning, classes, birthday parties, movie nights, barbecues, holiday activities, chesed projects, dinners, hangouts, and even laughter. That room, the Moose, used to be a place that was unfamiliar. I remember telling my friends, no, it's next to the cleaners. But now when I drive past the Moose with its colorful and welcoming posters outside the window, I take a longer look at it. The Moose was the center of Skokie CTEEN, but also became a home. Another home of mine had become the Telsners. Shabbat had always been something I found the most spiritual connection with, but at the Telsners, my love of Shabbat was 770 times stronger. When Rachel had invited my family for the first time to spend Shabbat at their home, it was the first Shabbos I lit Shabbos candles, and it was the first time I'd ever heard of Nigun. Many Shabbatot after, I'd become familiar with the little bird and the many cities in Poland and Israel where each of Chaim's stories took place. I had met Chaim before those Shabbos spent at their home because he would always say good Shabbos to my family and I as we walked back from Shul. He not only smiled and gave a friendly wave, but he stood tall and proud to be a Jew. When we spent Shabbat at the Telsners, it was Chaim's beautiful voice, never been cut beard, except one fire, and his Ivdu es Hashem b'simcha that caught my attention. I admire his knowledge of Torah and was amazed by the many stories he knew that were passed on by rabbis from all over the world. Chaim and Rachel welcomed my family with open arms and windows, which we checked frequently to see if they were home. However, their home became my second home, and once CTEEN had gained more people, I couldn't have waited to share that experience with them as well. Hosting monthly Friday night meals for CTEEN, also known as TGIS in Padded Shabbos, was amongst our most exciting and successful of events. There was something about all the boys going to shul together and the girls helping Rachel set the table that made the whole experience very homey. The greatest highlights of those Shabboses were Rachel's outstanding challah, which for some reason people believed I baked, but I wasn't going to turn down the compliments. So, also there were under the plate games where we would receive a piece of paper with a dare, but most of all, my favorite part of Shabbos was the Zmirot. As CTEEN grew, our chapter was introduced to the International CTEEN Shabbaton in New York, an experience that I have been privileged to go to for 4 years. That experience has forever impacted my life. Allow me to share with you 2 experiences I had on that Shabbaton. The first, About 4 years ago, I went to New York for the very first time. I was amongst teens from all over the world, from 9th grade to 12th grade, with the exception of some younger. Hey, Vera. The backgrounds of all the teens were so diverse. However, we were no different from one another because we were all Jewish. After Shabbat had ended, the teens boarded the yellow buses that would take us to Times Square for a special Havdalah ceremony. When we arrived at Times Square, the view of the city was breathtaking. Bright lights from the jumbotrons and people everywhere. Amongst the moving crowd and the lit-up storefronts, there was a glowing ruby staircase in the center of it all. We were led, 1,000 teens, to stand on that staircase for Havdalah. I was surrounded by Jewish girls, each of us arm in arm, and below the staircase were boys dancing in circles. We all bounced up and down out of excitement, but also to keep warm in the frozen December air. A rabbi had finally begun to sing the Hebrew prayer of Havdalah, and beside him was a young teenage girl from Nigeria. She held her mittened hands around the most tallest braided forward candle I'd ever seen. Even passerbys on the street stopped their normal fast pace to observe the ceremony. The ceremony was so large that it was being filmed and displayed on the big screen of American Eagle. When I looked around and all I could hear was the singing and dancing, my soul was lifted. I was not used to this type of way of ending Shabbat, but the passion and pride the young teens felt when joined together as an important part of Havdalah was truly incredible. Now when I hear Havdalah, the Havdalah prayer, this experience is what comes to mind. The singing of over 1,000 Jewish people united as one is a memory that remains with me forever. The second experience was writing a letter to the Rebbe at his grave. At first, I didn't understand why I should, because I wasn't Chabad. Why should I ask a rabbi who had passed away for a blessing of any kind? Didn't I have Hashem to daven to? Many people jump to this conclusion, which is a mistake. Rachel and Chaim explained to me that the Rebbe is in no way Hashem. However, he is like Moshe Rabbeinu. He is a leader whom is under Hashem and from whom we can write to. Just like Bnei Israel would ask Moshe for help, so too the Lubavitcher Rebbe was a person to turn to as well. This past year, I understood the spirituality and holiness of writing a letter, that the letter I had written had stuck with me. It was about my brother, for his safety in Israel. I had also written about my fears of going to Israel and for my brother to be able to be my safety as I experience Israel too. Be'ezrat Hashem, he will be returning home next week, but also he will be joining me in Israel as he continues his learning B'Shana Bet, his second year in Israel. That was my bracelet. When I first became a member of CTEEN in the summer of 2012, like anything else new, it was scary. I didn't know many people and I didn't want to show up a lot of the time because I didn't want it to seem like I had no life outside of school. It's funny because CTEEN soon became my life. I remember struggling to put CTEEN in with my cross-country schedule, but towards my last year of high school, I chose to accept the position as president of CTEEN because although I loved cross-country, Rachel and Chaim felt I was someone worthy of being a leader, and it was a way I could give back in my Judaism. I have this inner connection with CTEEN, and a lot of times it's hard for me to take what I feel on the inside and really express it to those around me. In the past, as vice president of CTEEN, there was less pressure for me, and I felt both lucky and honored to have worked beside David Goldschmidt, who continues to inspire me every day. This year as president, it felt so great to have another partner beside me on board, Maya Safiashvili, who is an absolute stunner. And I admire her dedication towards CTEEN and the outreach she does in her public school. Maya is not afraid to be herself and advertise when I didn't feel so comfortable. I've watched CTEEN grow, and it has come a long way. Yes, we've had our unsuccessful weeks where less people attended our events. However, it only taught us to improve our Facebook invite tactic. Truthfully, high school students are busy, and we make sure in our WhatsApp group never to judge one another. Each event has taught us what to improve on for the next, whether it be to have better dinner options or activities that were more interactive. Although a lot of hard work is put into each event, it is really the teams who make the event worthwhile. It is important to emphasize the power that every single person can have on his or her friends, environment, and surroundings. Not only is it the responsibility of holding this power, but the importance of using it to empower others. It doesn't take the title of a president to be able to do great things, but it's how every little thing you do makes an impact, and sometimes much greater than one can even imagine. Lastly, I'd like to give a small devour-tour to end off my speech and dedicate to my fellow CTEENers. In life, there are two types of Jews. There are the thermometer Jews and the thermostat Jews. A thermometer Jew is only as hot as the environment that he or she is in. Just like a thermometer tells a person the temperature of the room, it can only measure up to that. A thermostat Jew is one who changes the environment. Just like a thermostat can heat up its environment, so too can we heat up the world with Torah mitzvot. Wow.
Hi, my name is David Newman, and I've been an active CTEENer since last year.
Hi, my name is David Newman, and I've been an active... Oh, wait a minute.
Looks like someone didn't rehearse their lines.
Well, looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. My name is Daniel Jacobson, and I've also been a part of CTEEN since last year.
Tonight, we're going to be playing a game where questions will appear on the screen, and you will have to text the answers in.
No, this game is not just for teens. I want parents participating also. Take out your phones. Even if it's not a smartphone, it's still going to work.
Those of you who are hiding your phones under the table no longer need to hide them.
Now you can actually use their phone while you're pretending to play the game.
Text Skokie CTEEN to the phone number of 22333 in order to join the poll.
So, like where you would text a name or a number, you text 22333 and you text the word Skokie CTEEN.
Alright, the first question is, what does CTEEN stand for? A. Crazy Teens. B. Community Teens. C. Chabad Teen Network. Or D. All of the above.
Surprisingly, this question gets asked a lot more often than you'd think. You can follow the screens to see how many people are voting which answer.
So for some reason, people are voting D. The correct answer is C.
Chabad Teen Network, that's what CTEEN stands for.
Alright, so the next question is, teenagers are created to A. Drive the adults mad, teach the world patience, make the world a better place, or do the chores that parents don't want to do.
It seems that D is winning. Dad, you're with everyone on this one.
What's the correct answer?
There's no.
I agree.
It's an opinion.
All right.
It's an opinion poll.
Next question.
What's the answer?
There's no correct answer.
It's opinionators. The Blackhawks are A. Winning the game, B. Losing the game, C. Don't care, or D. Don't know because I haven't checked since I got here.
By the way, I'd like to thank Rabbi Telsner for making this amazing dinner possible, and especially for scheduling it during Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Unfortunately, B is the correct answer. All right, the next question. The next question is, I learned about CTEEN from A, friend, B, Facebook, C, a flyer, or D, parents.
I personally found out about it walking around Old Orchard. I saw a rabbi with a lulav and etrog, and he told me about CTEEN. That was Rabbi Telsner.
I guess your social media is not doing that well.
Parents and flyers.
Okay, next question. Oh, we got a flyer. If I could join one CTEEN program, it would be A, the New York Shabbaton, B, CTEEN Cafe, 3, paintball, or 4, Friday night dinner.
Warning, going on the New York Shabbaton may lead to sleeping in a tiny basement in Crown Heights with 10 other people.
Don't forget the 3-foot pot of chola at 770. I'm not exaggerating. 3 feet.
It's 3 feet.
It's a well.
It might be 4 feet. Wow.
It seems we have a winner. By a little bit.
All right, next question. The most important years to connect to your Jewish roots are A, elementary school, B, high school, C, college, or D, as an adult.
Okay, next question. Tonight, we have 130 people here. How many people would have been here if the Blackhawks game wasn't on? Is it A, the same at 130, B, 150, C, 200, or D, 1256?
Whoever put D is a little generous.
I heard 770, I have to go with that one.
Looks like we have a winner. Next question.
What is your favorite mode of communication? Is it A, texting, B, social media, C, telephone, snail mail, face-to-face, oh, face-to-face is not on there, or I just want to be alone with E?
Really social crowd. You have a really social crowd here. Alright, the last question. One word to describe teenagers.
Oh boy, who put this question? That seems to not be the question. Wait momentarily.
So this next question is one word to describe teenagers. So just type the word in. Send the word. Don't send a letter. Just send the word.
Woo!
Mashiach. How's the rights?
Who wrote that?
That's your brother?
All right.
Everybody, thank you for playing.
Thank you, Daniel and David. So, Moshe Katz takes his partner, Ryan McCormick, to shul one Shabbos morning. And all through the service, he's explaining to him everything that's happening. He starts off with the chazan and the voice. Who's that guy? That's the chazan. Who's the guy behind him? He's the shul kvetch. Who's that guy? And everybody explains everything. The Torah comes out. It's beautiful. They're singing. And then after they put away the Torah, and somebody with a white beard goes up to the pulpit and they say, "What's that?" He said, "That is our esteemed rabbi who's going to speak and share with us pearls of wisdom." And as the rabbi gets up to speak, he takes off his watch and he puts it in front of him and he gives it a strong look and he says, "Well, what does that mean?" He goes, "That means nothing." So you can get comfortable. Beforehand, we heard about how our first CTEEN of that year, the first year we started, we only had 4 teens, and Molly was one of them. She's been with us since. There were some other people that night who were there, and they've since graduated. Eric Berkovich was one of those teens, one of those 4 teens that night. And Eric is older, he's graduated, and we are so very proud of Eric, who in 2 weeks is leaving the comforts of his home in Skokie, and he is joining the Israeli Defense Forces to protect the people of Israel and the Holy Land. And as we know how we need physical protection and spiritual protection, so here at Skokie CTEEN we want to give you something which will help your spiritual protection and our spiritual protection. So Eric, please come up. And we have for you your very own pair of tefillin to take with you. And together with your tefillin, you have a siddur, gift of CTEEN right here. Didn't fit in the bag, but we'll work it out. Enjoying good health. Use them every day, except for Shabbos and Yom Tov. And Hashem Yishmat Tzeis L'Brach Adayom. Be safe. Thank you. As we heard about, the glue is our board who helps us take CTEEN to new levels, and now we're starting a new school year, and we are thrilled to be doing it with our new board. So we're going to call up our new board for next year and give them a little something. Our president for this year, Maya Seperashvili, together with Daniel Jacobson, David Newman, Leon Ziegler, Sarah Weiss. This is board, please come up. Those on the stage, don't go on stage, it's too small. Come to the front. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Everybody watch out. Everybody watch out.
Right here.
Now, we're not only honoring Maya and Molly tonight, we're honoring all of our teenagers and all of CTEEN members. As we heard, that teens can change the world and will change the world. And you are the future of the Jewish people, and therefore our future looks very bright. So please come up, and we will give you a little something to help you make the world a better place and do mitzvahs. So please come up. Daniel Jacobson, Jordan Jacobson, David Newman, Mira Superstein, Rachel Dorfler, Davida Gordon, Holden Hirsch, Daniel, Shana Rosenberg, Boris Starr, Kyle Burstyn, Seth Wasserman, Noah Wasserman, Shira Elvik, and Oli Elvik. Please come up, and you will receive your very own beautiful Tzedakah Pushka CTEEN logo. Use it in good health and happiness. In case you're not sure what to do when it's full, there is a sticker inside.
Shut up!
So why don't you all come here from everything?
Are they really?
Okay, punch up.
You ready, guys? Eyes on me. Ready? All together?
Yeah.
Okay. Eyes on me, everybody. I cannot see you in the back right there. Step out. No, just walk around.
Am I your way? Here, you want to come here? Excuse me, watch out. Thank you.
Okay. Right here. Right here. Right here. Look at me. Ready?
Probably not. Oh, sorry.
Finally, I would like to give thanks. Thanks to the Almighty. Thanks to the Rebbe for giving me the zchus of being his shliach. Thank you to Rabbi Yochanan for being the visionary and driving force behind Skokie CTEEN. And a very special thank you to a few people who I know won't appreciate if I mention your name, but you know who you are, you're sitting in this audience, and without you, Skokie CTEEN would not have been what it is and would not continue to be what it is. So, from the bottoms of our heart, thank you very much. And in the meantime, now that I have the team's attention, by the way, there's a Friday night dinner this week and paintball. If you haven't RSVP'd, please do so now. And I would like to end with a very special thank you to somebody who, without that person, this dinner would not have happened, my dear wife, Rachel. And may we finish this evening, not here in Skokie, but in Yerushalayim, or Akedah, in Mishrat, Amen. Dessert buffet is now open to my left.